The 30-day no contact rule is BS. What works instead? So this video is going to expose exactly why the no contact rule is kind of a misleading concept, and I'm going to give you the psychological underpinnings of exactly what works instead, so you know exactly what to do to basically maximize getting your ex back. I'm also going to reveal exactly what you should be doing and why the 30-day waiting period is not enough and can actually sabotage you from getting what you want, which is getting him back and doing the most effective and foolproof strategy. And I'm going to even reveal the no contact rule trap that exposes what most commonly happens and what the most common mistake is that most women make that actually kill their shot of getting their ex back. Hey again, it's Erin, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily. If you want to learn why the no contact rule alone is not enough and the real psychological underpinning of what makes it work, then write "I'm ready" right now in the comments while the intro plays. This video has been requested so many times, so I hope you guys enjoy. But before we dive in, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, anything about me, any of my videos, then give this a like, a thumbs up, give me a like, share, subscribe, and tell people all about this. So again, I hope that you guys do enjoy this video because it's been requested so many times. The no contact rule is such a big thing. First, I want to say that if you want to join my private coaching group one-on-one, then do come to VixenInsider.com. And honestly, this is a time-sensitive situation probably if you're dealing with this whole, oh, my ex is gone, what do I do type of situation. You might want to consider doing one-on-one coaching. I can offer this to you right now, and especially join the private insider group because again, this is a very time-sensitive issue, so that's VixenInsider.com. Now, what's the main message of this video? I want to just get this out there. It's that the no contact rule, waiting 30 days, it's not some magical solution. It's not some magical thing that changes anything. Because if you think about it realistically, you're waiting 30 days, but what changes? I'll tell you. You change. You have a psychological process that happens, right? It's what happens psychologically that actually gives you the best chance of him wanting to get back together with you. That's the beauty of what no contact does. It's the psychological process, and it mimics truly and authentically moving on from him. You're basically following a roadmap of what it would look like for you to have truly moved on, which is a very powerful thing. You're also having to kind of look at things in a different perspective and kind of take a step back from what was happening. So your relationship was like a runaway train that was going worse and worse and worse and getting worse, right? So when you step back, you're almost hitting the reset button of all those things that were kind of negatively impacting your relationship and not making it possible for it to succeed. So obviously there is a reason that you broke up, right? And that is why the no contact rule is essential, to kind of pause, because there is clearly a pattern that led to things going wrong. Something went wrong. And truthfully, any raw emotion, any raw interaction, any raw kind of histrionic, intense emotional baggage will actually drive the wedge further and further. Rather than pulling back, you will only make things worse. That's why no contact is an emotional detox in a way. That's the biggest crux of how you hit the reset. You detox your emotions, the baggage, and what led it to kind of fall apart. And in the relationship, you probably developed tons of bad habits, bad ways of thinking, bad ways of behaving that actually sabotaged everything, and it made you guys not able to be together. You must take a step back and reset yourself, reset your life, and really become a different person, or either reset yourself back to how you were in the beginning, because these habits develop over time and they become so much a part of us that we need this no contact rule, the space in between to reset things. So another really big benefit of the no contact rule, it lets you and the ex have this room to feel nostalgic, emotional memories. It lets your ex kind of look back and say, oh wow, I missed that. So it also takes time to make sure that your ex can start to miss you. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's why the days are kind of an important thing, that you wait at least 30 days. It's not some kind of a magic spell. It's a fact that it regenerates the vibe that things kind of used to be, and it turns the tables in your favor, because it can make your ex miss you and start to forget all those lingering and emotional bad problems that actually ruined your relationship. So the point is that you go back to what made you attractive in the first place. So the good news here is that you guys were once in a relationship, meaning he was attracted to something about you. But by resetting, you literally let him move on and forget the bad and kind of nostalgically remember the good, but also you start to become the person you were in the beginning, and that's what attracted him in the first place. You know how people always say that your ex comes back when you've genuinely moved on? It's not because you've moved on only, it's because you're back to that place of strength, of genuine inner you-ness. You become the you that you were in the beginning, and that's a very powerful and attractive place to be coming from. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is gonna be one of the most important things about the no contact rule. And also, if you need help, again, join VixenInsider.com, which is where I do private coaching. And this is a very, very important topic, but we're gonna dive right into what the perspective is about the no contact rule that really works. That's why people subscribe to this channel, and that's what really makes the difference. It's about the perspective behind what actually is happening. So the no contact rule is active time. I want you to really digest what I just said. The reason, and the biggest reason, that everyone fails and that the no contact rule doesn't work is because they think that the 30 days or 60 days will magically make a difference. So yes, I do want to ask you to do no contact, but not just because it arbitrarily and randomly does something magical. It's because of this. The missing piece that you don't know is that no contact is about active time bettering your own life. Active time becoming the you that you were before. Active time constructively and proactively picking the pieces up of the person that you no longer are. You really go back in time, you rewind, and you come out stronger. You really try to let go of all the, whoa, I'm so sad, I can't believe this, what could I have done? You reflect and you reflect, but you know, the truth is, the trick here, the real truth of why no contact works is you have to go from this point where you're reflecting, you're scrutinizing, you're analyzing, why did the relationship fail? What could I have done? You slowly and you carefully start letting go. You let those thoughts basically pass like meaningless clouds that don't really matter, because these thoughts, this baggage, this will stop you from moving on. You cannot just decide to wait 30 days. You have to wait as long as you have to until these thoughts are no longer part of your life, until you can wake up and not think about what went wrong, because as long as you're thinking of that, it doesn't matter if you wait 100 days, those things are blocking you from being able to be the you that you were. The active time, it's gonna be a different amount of days for everyone. It's about being the you that you were before. It's about reconnecting with you, and the amount of time, it doesn't really matter at all. Everyone will have a different amount of time. Some people can heal in a week and some people a year. It's about the active process, and you'll know when you're at the end of that process. In your heart, you're gonna feel different. You'll know that you've moved on, and then, and only then, is making contact acceptable, and it will not destroy your love life if you've done all of this active work. What happens to him psychologically during no contact is this, because it's what happens within him that matters as well. So this is the biggest piece that corresponds with the piece about active time. Just remember, you're simulating what it would be like to have moved on, but also you're healing yourself when you have this active time where you kind of go from X to Z, you become the you were before. But, and this is not something you cannot know, this is a very important piece, it's that you let him experience a psychological process, right? He says to himself, she hasn't contacted me in a while. Has she moved on? He might start to miss you. He might start to think, oh crap, she's gone. And then what does he do? He goes and he seeks reassurance. He will do this eventually if he had any interest. If there's any chance of you guys getting back together, you'll see him pop up. It's a reassurance seeking behavior. Now guess what? What he's experienced psychologically, when he does this reassurance seeking, it's gonna be an interesting situation, right? Because your reaction determines his experience. If you react and go, oh my God, I missed you so much. Sorry for that dramatic imitation, but I'm trying to express a point to snap you out of this serious situation where Your actions will basically make or break what happens. If you give him reassurance that you're there waiting, that you've missed him so much, that you're dying, that every day is a living nightmare without him. If you're jumping the second he says hi, then guess what? He says, oh, still got her in the bag, gonna just go back to where I was, and guess what that place is? The process starts again. The process starts again, and the chance of you getting back together gets smaller and smaller each time you have to restart that process. So guess what? If you've made a mistake, it's okay. But now is time to understand that the second he seeks that reassurance, that's when the whole thing has begun. That's when you can possibly start getting him back. And it's only the beginning of a psychological process, okay? So he seeks reassurance, and then you don't give him the reassurance. You're not mean or vicious, but you're just kind of normal. You're in the middle. You're not necessarily gonna be rude, and you're not gonna be nice. You're just being kind of cautious, careful, clear, nothing too reactive, because when you react too much, you show him that you're still super into it and you're super emotionally distraught. So you don't really give him that much of a reaction unless he's clearly asking for you back and putting it in really clear terms where you know you're getting back together. So you basically say, I will not give reassurance, and then he will seek it. Then he'll go back and go, oh crap, she's gone. Now, how long will this take? We don't know. It takes as long as it takes, but if there's any chance of you getting back together, it happens by doing this thing, the no contact rule, which creates a process in you of healing and then creates a process in him. If you don't heal, he can't get into this mindset where he feels you're lost. It's only when he knows you're gone. It's only when he says, uh-oh, if I don't step back up, if I don't push to get her back, then she's lost. It's only then that the no contact rule actually works. It's only if this process happens that the stars align, and you will know for sure if he was ever gonna wanna get back with you or not by letting the process happen. And if you do this, he'll step up or he won't. And then you'll know for sure if he doesn't step up, that he was never going to in the first place. And that is a powerful thing because it's clarity. The no contact rule gives you clarity. The no contact rule is a tool to generate and simulate the psychological process of truly moving on in order to catalyze and create a process within him where he gets to feel that he's lost you. You turn the tables because you have moved on. You're the woman that you were, even better, even stronger. But now he says, uh-oh, I've lost her. And he knows, he feels in his heart, in his soul, he feels that you're gone. He feels that if he doesn't act to step up, you're gonna go. And in your heart, when you simulate that true essence of moving on, you are in the best position to win. And I really am excited for you that you now know this, because so many women fall into a trap. Now, if you do want help, I would also invite you again to join VixenInsider.com, because I have coached so many women through this no contact situation, and there are strategies, of course, with your specific situation that we can go into. I know that every situation is most certainly different, but the solution I've outlined is the same. And if you really want to make sure that things go right, do join me at VixenInsider.com, and that whole coaching thing could absolutely work for you if it's something that you would like to look into. Also, I want you guys, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything you want to get clarification on, go and comment on this video. Give me your thoughts on this topic. Any questions you might have, I always respond to you guys, and I obviously will. And subscribe to the channel for more love advice so you get to have the exact love life that you really want. And I will see you guys next time.